Y'all, it's JessMelodies coming to you with another episode of Chicago Got Next. On today, we have Day.
Hey.
How are you, Day?
I'm tired.
Tired?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good right now?
Good.
That's the energy we give on the show, on the JessMelodies show, okay?
Right.
All that good energy. Now she's not even tired no more, right?
Nope. No.
So yeah, on today, we're gonna talk with Day. She has some fire music released in 2019, and we want to see what's coming for 2020, what she has going on, what music is releasing, what performances can we keep a lookout for. All of that we gonna jump into. So for those who don't know, who was the artist Day?
Day is a rapper from the South Side of Chicago. I'm always gonna represent the Bronzeville area.
Okay.
Because
I love that area, by the way.
thank you.
Yeah.
Like I created it. But yeah,
it's
rap.
like up and coming right now, right? In a way. I know they gentrifying the place.
Yeah, I was about to say
they
they're
definitely
trying to
gentrifying
gentrify
the
it.
place. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever happens. But
yeah.
yeah. I write poetry. I do a whole bunch of other stuff, but I don't feel like thinking about that. Cause like it's just so much. Yeah. So
okay. Now is Day short for something? Okay, what is it short for?
My full name is Day Milan.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot why my mom came up with that name. I know it has something to do with like the Book of Genesis.
Okay.
You know, God made day and night. And I think my mom just likes Milan, Italy, or something like that.
So she just put them both together. Okay.
She fancy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, what made you? Because like most people, they get like their stage names, and it's really rare that people keep their name. What made you keep your name?
You don't see a lot of days like.
Not at all.
Just roaming around, living and breathing. So
I
was like, okay,
yeah,
cool. I'll just use my name.
Right.
It's already kind of hard for people to pronounce it. So
yeah. So you mentioned how you rap, you do poetry. Which one came first? Did you start doing the poetry first, and then they kind of develop into you being a rapper, or?
Yeah. So I remember doing this like 5th grade project. We had to write like a poetry book, and I still have it. I wish I brought it today. I'm gonna show it to somebody someday, but it was bogus. I read it over a few months ago, and I was just like, gee, grammar, all types of messed up.
But what grade was that?
5th.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but like
you allow some grammatical errors in 5th grade.
Yeah, but I was just like, girl. But no, it was dope. We had like little pictures and stuff. We had to write about like a time that something sad happened, or like something that you remember, an embarrassing moment. So I wrote a poem about those type of random things, and that's kind of like how I started writing poetry. Okay. And then like I remember in 7th grade I had this boyfriend, and it was so funny. I'm laughing at it now. I had a boyfriend and me and him was getting into it, and I started just writing about him like almost every other day, like
some Taylor Swift type of approach.
Yeah, I was the Taylor Swift, bro. Like literally, I was like the black Taylor Swift in 7th grade. So just writing about it, because that was kind of like my only way of like expressing myself emotionally. Right. So
okay.
Yeah, and that just kind of stemmed into rap, I guess.
Nice.
Oh, and also in 8th grade we had this class called ADL. Like, it's a long story. Okay. Basically, I went to Perspectives Charter School, and it's like a disciplined life. Like that's kind of like what they go by. Yeah. And they were just basically teaching us how to live our lives in a disciplined way. Being young adults and things like that. It low-key did help.
That sounds like some namaste.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
At first I was like, this. What y'all talking about?
But at that age, yeah.
Right.
But then, retrospect, it's like, wow. Like, that was
some
new
decent
age stuff.
Yeah. So, basically, that was our class. But our teacher, Miss Graves, had some kids from Columbia come in and, mentor us. Okay. On, songwriting, acting,
nice.
Just regular writing. Okay. Beat making, I think, or something like that. Yeah. And we ended up performing for Columbia at Manifest. Okay. We were, in this small black room, and that's when I first performed in front of people, and it was dope. Nice. So
now you mentioned producing. Do you produce as well?
Yo, I got this one song.
So you do.
I wouldn't call myself a producer. Okay. I could do it if I wanted to, but yeah.
Okay. That's not like your strong suit right now, or not
right now. Exactly.
That's a bear.
Yeah, I have this one song. I produced. It's called March Madness.
Okay.
I like the beat.
Was it Future inspired?
No.
As soon as you say March Madness,
No.
I think of Future.
Oh no. Nah, he was on some other stuff. I was just on some, March Madness. Like,
okay.
expressing myself
Got
and
you.
my feelings on some Pisces shit.
Okay.
So.
Ooh, I was gonna ask you.
Yup.
I'm an Aries, but like literally
Okay.
right on the cusp, the 22nd.
Ah.
So it's like one day earlier, I could have still been a Pisces. So on your Instagram, you kind of mentioned how, like the artists and different albums that kind of inspired you. And so like Foxy Brown, Il Nana, Groove Theory, Boogie Monsters, and the Underwater album, and the Diggable Planets with the Blowout Comb. And so these are all like, this is the 90s era.
I love it.
Right?
Yes.
And so obviously you're very familiar with it. Obviously I can tell in like the sound of your music and just like your flow, like it has a very like, I would even go as far back as 80s, like late 80s influence. And so like would you say that you prefer like that 90s sound over today's current sound, or how did you kind of develop that into being like, okay, I like this sound here and this is what I'm gonna run with?
I guess because of my personality. I don't know. Like when I was younger, I used to watch. You know how Comcast had like on demand.
Yeah.
I would watch 90s only, or like early 2000s.
That's literally me.
Yeah, like that's I was obsessed with it. So I guess I was influenced by it, but like I don't know. I just feel like it made more sense.
Yeah.
Like they were actually not saying that they're not saying anything now, because they talking their stuff. But
right.
It kind of, I like the delivery better. I grasped it better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like it.
Okay.
And
then even you go as far, not even just with your flow and your delivery, but the production too.
Yeah.
And so do you have like, for the producers that did your few songs that you have, did you know them or?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
So they
homie
were
Real.
familiar. Okay.
Yep. Real, I'm like, that's my homie. That's like my big brother.
Okay.
He produced Electric Get Down. And I remember the day that I heard the beat, because we were in the studio.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got some beats for you.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bet. And I'm listening to all of them. I'm like, okay, skip.
Uh-huh.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on to it.
Yeah.
And then I got to Let You Get Down. And I'm like, oh, like this is going to be my favorite song.
Yeah.
So
that's the song that put me on to you.
Oh, snap.
That one right there.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes, the video in itself. Like the video is so like wavy. Like I was literally like talking about like her style and how like I just love it. Like I would not think to put this together.
It was hard.
Like she's literally like really groovy and wavy and like all of that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
No, for real, because
and it's almost like vintage. Like do you do a lot of thrifting and stuff?
I shop too much.
Yeah.
I really shop everywhere.
Yeah.
Literally, you can catch me at Macy's. Right. At the last act.
And you can just find like different special pieces.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I don't have that patience anymore. Like I used to, like back in the day.
Yeah, I'd be looking at my bank account like
did you need to do that? Like this month?
I should be returning it though.
Listen, okay.
Literally, like. So
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And then like even just like with your style, but also like your energy on stage. And so I was able to see you at the We Just Friends event, and you have a lot of energy.
You can't nail to the name, I'm not even adjacent. I simply got everything that I deserve for greatness. I'm ambitious, I'm patient, so I don't mind the waiting. Putting things together for this journey I've created. I'm chilling at the station until my time to get in. These flows so close to electric, and I show how I get down. Yo, ain't nobody else come test me. You wanna adjust my style. These flows so close to electric, and I show how I get down.
Yeah.
And the crowd like really like gravitates to that and they feel it. And so like do you practice a lot like on your stage performances like prior, or you just get out there and like what they get is what they get?
I improv everything.
Wow.
Even my music videos, I improv everything.
Really?
Because whenever I get nervous, I like black out like that. Because I usually like get super nervous and like I be having anxiety attacks, bro.
Yeah.
I be like, damn, I might mess up.
Because it's like you psych yourself out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to get out of that. So
yeah.
But you know, the day of, you know, I get a shot of whiskey, eat a sandwich, and
Listen.
literally
You
the day.
eat sandwiches. I can't.
I love my sandwiches, man. I went to Can't Believe It's Not Meat the day. The day
that
of
place at Hyde Park?
Yeah. Oh my.
I have not been there yet.
I love it.
I've been to the place next door though, Soul Shack.
I haven't been there.
Soul Shack is fire.
Okay.
But see,
I'm
you're
vegetarian,
vegetarian, and so you might not want to do it. Okay.
I don't know what they put in their greens or anything.
Yeah.
So.
Cross contamination, all that stuff. Yeah.
And I ain't trying to be sick.
Listen, no.
I love my life.
No, not at all. That's good. Now, okay, you mentioned how you're vegetarian.
Yes.
What made you decide to like really take that leap? And how long have you been vegetarian?
Okay. I've been vegetarian for over a year.
Wow, that's commitment.
Yeah. Okay,
Wow.
so I was like tasting my chicken and like I be overthinking a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, like I'm eating somebody's, you know, whole experience, their soul.
Listen.
I've heard people say like animals don't have souls, and I'm like, shit,
Yeah.
I don't know, like
See, I don't know if I believe that.
I don't know.
I mean, because like we literally all came from an animal at some point. Like if
Yes.
we really think about it
Yeah.
that way, like
Yeah.
and so it's like, did they? I mean, we have souls, and so why wouldn't they? I don't know.
Because I don't know what type of heaven they got.
Right?
You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
Feathers
We
all
might be up there
flying
together.
around.
You know?
Yeah, like
So you said, you know, Foxy Brown, one of your top artists, and she had
Yes.
just performed, and you said how she was having like the health issues, she's losing her hearing, and they
Yeah.
booed her on her
Why
own.
boo her? Well, I mean, like, okay, if she wasn't doing that well, like,
Yeah,
just
maybe,
show her some support.
right?
Lift her up,
Right.
like.
Or maybe you don't vibe out so much. Maybe you're
Yeah.
not rocking out so much, but to boo her.
I mean, it's New York though.
But one of your hometown heroes, though.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't no new up-and-coming artist. Like, this is, like, Foxy Brown. Like, legend. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
The
to me.
Firm. Come on now.
Wow.
Like,
So then, okay, since you're a Foxy fan, what you think about Lil' Kim?
I like Lil' Kim. I
Okay.
like them both. I
Okay.
really love both of them.
Good.
Like,
Okay. Because I love Lil' Kim.
yeah.
I love Lil' Kim. And you know what I have a problem with, speaking of, like, female rappers?
Yes.
And so, you know, one thing that is, like, really, like, disheartening to see is how, like, different women come into the game and maybe it's, like, it's no respect.
Nope.
And so, like, I love Nicki Minaj, right? I think she's great.
Yeah.
I think she will go down as one of the GOATs,
Mhm.
okay, in her lane. I would definitely say that. But I don't like how, you know, and then I guess she did come into the game giving respect to Kim, and then something happened,
Yeah.
and then it was like complete disrespect
I think it was
between
the
both of them.
industry talking.
Yeah.
Low key, but you know, I don't know what happens
Yeah.
behind closed doors.
I just think that, you know, it should always be like homage and respect to like those who came before us, and you shouldn't be afraid to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of these new artists, like, you know, they try to say that, you know, all of their inspiration are all the women from the 90s. And it's just like, you know, what about Nicki? You know what I mean? What about Nicki? Y'all know Nicki has had a lot of influence in the music game, but it's like people don't want to give her props. And it's like, yeah, she did have a little moment, you know, in the media. You know what I mean? But did she have a moment, or was she just speaking her freaking mind? What would you say is your favorite song to perform?
Oh, well, you only have 2 out.
Well, you got some features too, which we'll get
Mhm.
to. Yeah.
I really like the Word 'Em Up feature that I do, but like my personal song will possibly have to be Heated Poetry to perform.
Got it. And then, so based upon kind of what you see in the industry currently,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say is something that you would like to change?
I want to see more women in the game, but more women collaboration.
Okay.
I don't know why it's like weird with women. I've never gotten that vibe, but like
Always. It's like cattiness and
Yeah.
just pettiness. And,
I've seen it and it's like it's not cute.
Oh.
I feel like we work better when we're together.
yes.
Shout out to all the Chicago artists,
Yes.
women in rap. Mashe, Ifani, C, Armani Day, the list goes on.
Yeah.
I probably just forgot some people, but y'all raw. But yeah, like just working together.
Okay.
I'm trying to work on my stuff first.
Yeah.
Before
yeah.
I like, hey, let's,
Right. I see.
But yeah, I think we're all dope. But I
Exactly.
feel like men like kind of want to use us as a toy. I'm not.
Or
for the-
over sexualize you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. Sorry,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get any of this,
Right.
so I can get on, top.
Listen,
Not gonna happen, G.
yeah. Especially with this Me Too movement happening right now.
Yeah.
Like, they better know what's good for them.
Yeah.
At this point. Right? What you think about Meg, by the way?
She cold.
Yeah.
She cold.
I like her.
She raw. I like her. She can actually rap.
Exactly.
And I can tell she writes her raps.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
know.
And that's why I respect it. The only thing that I would say about Meg is that I want to hear some different type of content.
There we go.
What else can you talk about?
Yeah.
What you talk about is cool. I love it. Her delivery is great, but I also want to get some versatility in like the lyrical content.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm interested to hear like what that album is going to be.
I think she's
sounding
gonna
like.
tap into it.
Yeah.
I think she's dope though.
Yeah.
She's dope.
Yeah. I like her.
Who else do I rock with? Goodness gracious, Little Sims is dope.
Little Sims.
She's from the UK.
Okay.
I like her. I like
gotta
her.
check her out. Now, can you sing?
Oh no,
That's not your forte. Okay.
oh no. I was playing around on Lecture Get Down.
You did.
That was it. Like,
it was very melodic, and that's
Yeah,
why I asked
that's
you.
it,
That's
yeah.
why I asked you, because I'm like, does she sing? No.
No, I was in choir in the 5th grade.
Okay, so you can hold a tune, you can remain on
Kind of,
key,
yeah.
but you're not like.
I'm not Beyonce.
Okay.
No.
Got you. And then like, since you're still like fairly new, because when did you start rapping? What year?
I started taking it serious like 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
2.5 years ago.
Okay.
But I've been rapping since like high school.
Got it.
8th grade, high school.
Okay, and then you started releasing music when?
2 years ago.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever He the Poetry dropped.
Got it. Okay. And so then, just throughout this whole journey, what would you say has been some of the best advice that you've gotten so far?
Just rap. That's literally it.
Okay.
Just rap. Because sometimes artists overthink their decisions and music making and their creative process.
Okay.
And my mentor, Ad2, he always told me, just rap.
Yeah.
Like, just shut up and do it. Like,
Okay.
bro,
Yeah.
best advice I've ever gotten.
Okay.
And yeah. Just
Yeah,
rap,
just rap.
be confident, and I don't know, because I'm working a whole job right now and I'm still doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And just make time for what you love to do.
Exactly. And
You
no
know?
excuses.
No.
Because I feel like, people, because like, same for me, like I have my corporate job and I do this, and it's like, I feel like, we hear the whole saying, you make time for what you want to make time for. But I feel like, a lot of people, when it comes to like their dreams, like they don't maximize all the hours in the day. You know what I mean? And outside of the hours of sleep, sometimes you may have to sacrifice some sleep. Maybe you don't get that full 8 hours, and maybe, a lot of times you're getting 5 hours as you're first starting out and really doing your thing, especially if you're having, your main job and then you're doing this, but you want that to be the main source of income. Like, just trying to figure it out. But, like, balancing your time is so important.
It is.
Yeah.
And you got to shoot your shot. That's another thing. Last year, I was shooting my shot, and I met so many great people.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that was probably the best year of my life.
Yeah.
That and the year that I saw Lauryn Hill.
Yes. I saw her, too.
At Pitchfork?
No, I was in Charlotte. I was living in Charlotte,
Oh.
and she had came. This was that last tour that she did,
Yeah.
and that she was about 3 hours late.
She has to get her energy aligned with time.
I'm telling you, and it's always some excuse. And I love Lauren. I love you, Lauren. I do, but we got to start being on time for performances, because once she gets there, the performance is great. Like, you gonna get a show.
I'll still wait 3 hours. I'm that type. I'm sorry.
And then another question. So, we're living in the age of social media, right?
Yeah.
And so you're seeing where, you're hearing that a lot of times, a lot of people like Charlemagne thinks that labels are going to become obsolete, and artists won't be signing anymore. Maybe they'll just do distribution deals and things like that. And so for you, like, do you think that social media, like, ultimately has had a positive or a negative impact when it comes to musicians?
I'll say, well, if there's like only one answer I can like give to you, it would be positive.
Okay.
Because it's about how you use it. Cause I I don't know, like I've seen Chance the Rapper like really blow up from social media and like SoundCloud and stuff. So
and so like you even hear the whole thing of the social media age is destroying the millennials, and or you'll hear some people say like, oh, when I get on different social media sites, like it's always like drama or it's always like negative. And it's just like, well, I can't agree with that because like I follow really dope people.
It's
on
about who
Instagram.
you follow.
Yeah. I follow really dope people, and it's always like great energy, and I'm looking at what they do. I follow a lot of creatives, and so like it's very inspiring. Like my timeline is really inspiring, and so if you feel like you know what I mean, if you feel like every time you get on social media is toxic, like it's the people that you follow. So tell me about the crew, Ebony Steed. What is Ebony Steed? Where did the name come from? Like, what is that about?
Okay, so Ebony Steed is basically me and my homies. We rap.
Okay.
Yeah, I met them. Okay, this is a crazy story. So I used to go to ISU.
Okay.
And right before I left ISU, I joined this group, this art collective called Israel. And shout out to Israel. I love them still. I had left because I was like, you know what, I'm broke. Love y'all, but I can't afford to learn about white folks' textbooks. Anyways, so I met them, and it was Monet, Yusef Dave, that's his name now, Keith, Don, all of the homies, Bolu. I met all of them in Israel. And then I still kept in contact with Yusef and Monet. And I still keep in contact with the rest of them, but we were closer. So one day I was just like, damn, like, what if I like started a rap group? Like, what if we all just came together and like, did some shit? Yeah. So I put us all in a group chat because we were already talking. And then I thought about my homie Greg, because like, I know he raps. He's cold as fuck. Okay. His name is Giacana. And I was like, okay, let me put him in a group chat. See like how they're gonna vibe, because their energies are just very like they collide. Okay. And of course Cam, like that's like weird. Right. So I put us all in a group chat, and I was like, hey guys, like we should be an art collective, not a rap group, but an art collective. That's how I said it at first. Okay. And they're like, okay, cool. And I was like, well, what should we name it? Da da da. And they were thinking about some shit, and I was like, what about like Ebony Steed? Like,
I mean, that's so creative. Like, how did you even come up with that?
I be thinking deep. Like, okay, so I feel like we are low-key like the dark horses of Chicago. Like, you know how people don't really like know you like that? Right. Like, that's how I felt at the time. You know, I'm like, okay, like, people don't really know that I'm like a rapper type shit. So I'm like, okay, Ebony, like, dark horse, Ebony, brown, horse, steed, Ebony Steed, because it's like, it's black, like, it's very black, earthy, Afrocentric. Wow. Yeah,
that sounds I can't explain so good. It. Like,
thank you. But like we all like kind of came up, like, we agreed to it. So yeah.
Okay. And so is it gonna be on some like what's J. Cole's
Dreamville?
Yeah, is it gonna be like y'all coming up with different projects and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
We just flowing right now. I didn't want to like come out with the group at first because I was like, I don't want people like expecting too much. But like we all are creating, so it really doesn't matter. Yeah. We got a song coming out soon called Ebonics. Okay. So that's in the works. Okay. I don't have a date yet. Okay, no date. Most likely next month. Okay. But Black History Month, Yes. So yeah.
So that's Ebony Steed.
It's me, Cam, Creative Artistic Mind, Yusef Dave, Giesco, Giacana, and Monet. Okay. B Monet.
Got you. And so y'all are gonna be doing performances in 2020 and releasing more music together. Okay. But still like your own individual stuff going on too. Yeah. Got you. Okay.
We're all from like different parts of the city.
Okay.
So
just different personalities, different vibes. Yeah. All coming together. I like that.
We get along though. That's we don't get into it.
Yeah. Are you the only woman of the group? No.
Me and Monet.
Okay.
And she is shout out to Monet.
Okay.
Yeah, she's another woman in rap, and Samara Truth, because I did not shout you out.
Okay. But nice. Well, I'm excited to see what comes from that. Like the little dream team, okay?
Yeah, kind of. So, yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So then we get to the song Heated Poetry. Was that your first official song that you put out? Okay, okay. And that one was produced by Frost? Okay, is that another Chicago producer or?
Never met this man. But
Okay.
look.
Okay.
My boy Drigo put me on. Shout out to Drigo.
Okay.
That's my boy.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he put me on to him, and I was like, "Where's this man's social media?"
Yeah.
But he couldn't find it neither. So, but I guess he like talked to him already.
Okay.
But he had sent me his beat, and I was like, "Okay, this decent. Like, let me just vent to the paper real quick."
Yeah, yeah.
And that became Heated Poetry.
Nice. And then it's almost like this song is about like, kind of like the evolution of hip hop, but you know, then hip hop being like a popularity contest, and it's like, you know, the artistry being compromised. And then the person on the intro, was that TJ the Prophet?
Yes.
Okay. You want to know the only reason why I picked that up is because of the song Life.
Oh.
And
yes.
so like that's why I was putting it together. I was like, who is this? And then I was tying it all together. I was like, oh, that's TJ the Prophet.
Yes, that's my dog.
And so I loved his intro.
Yes.
What made you
he improv'd it.
Wow.
That was all him.
Okay.
All him.
So literally, did you have in mind that, yo, I'm going to put you on the intro, or it was just like random, y'all were in the studio and it just happened?
I think I was going to record and he was already over there, and I was like looking at him. I'm like, bro, like, check it out. Like, hop in the booth real quick. Just, you know, spit your heart out. Like, say whatever comes to mind. Yeah. And he did that. So.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He's also in the video, Electric Get Down.
Is he?
That was him.
Okay. Now I got to rewatch the video. Okay.
Yes.
And so then for Heated Poetry, being that that's your first official song that you put out, like, what was the inspiration behind that song, and what message were you trying to get across?
Man, I ain't gonna cap. I be peeping a lot of shit in the city. Going to open mics. People will like skip your name for somebody that already has clout, and it hasn't happened to me.
I see that,
but I've seen it happen with my homies, and it's not cool. I don't like when people are making things a popularity contest. It's very political. I'm not here for it. I will address it. Don't care. And that was kind of like what stemmed my frustration. So I put into Heated Poetry, and I was just like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas what it is and what it ain't gonna be. So yeah, that's just how I felt at the moment.
Interesting. And the whole like skipping of people, like if you listen to Saba's latest album, I think it was Prom King, and this was off his Care For Me album, where he was talking about how like back in the day with Pivot Gang, how different people will skip over their names and how they kind of like bombarded the stage.
Yes, I know exactly
like,
what bar you're talking about.
Yeah. And I'm just like, goes back to the whole thing I've been talking about, Chicago. Like, how we all gonna get put on if we're doing stuff like that?
Speaking of open mics, I just want to shout out the Corner Series, because
I
that's
missed
my
it
favorite.
yesterday.
One of my favorite ones.
So sad.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was so
fun.
fun.
You went to the one yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. That was the first one of the year too. Dang.
Yeah, the decade too, right?
Right. Dang, how I missed that. I was so tired. Listen, I'm like sick, y'all. I'm trying to get over a cold, and I wanted to go so bad. But I was like, dang, my bed does look really nice right now.
It be like that sometimes. It's cool.
But no, like that whole like group of people, like I really like started to meet a lot of them when I went to the That's It Halloween performance. It was Left Jones, That's It.
Left Jones cold as hell.
Cold.
Shout out Left Jones.
Cold, okay? And so that was when I really started to see like all of the talent that's here in Chicago. And I started to follow them and found that they had the open mic at the Promontory, which is super dope. And then the song Electric Get Down. Like I mentioned, this was the song that really like put me on to you in the video. And so you kind of mentioned how you created that song because you were kind of like in a sort of a dark place in your life. And so kind of explain that and kind of like how you birthed Electric Get Down, which I love, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I came back from school like in 2017.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, like I'm a whole ass failure. Like I felt like I wasn't.
Wow.
And I knew I wanted to do music, but I'm like, what if it don't work out? Like, everybody else doing it, like, it's a lot of, you know, people that's doing it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
So, like, why should I even, like, do it at this point?
Right.
But, you know, I was talking to, like, my mentor and, like, all my other homies at the studio. And, you know, we just talking about music and stuff. And I would be kind of, like, quiet about it because, like, I had Heated Poetry out.
Okay.
But, you know, I was still kind of, like, trying to see if I really wanted to rap or not. And my homie, you know, Jeremiah, he, like, came over with the beats and stuff. And, you know, we talked about how that happened.
Yeah.
And then, I was writing to it at the house. And I'm like, okay. I was going to make it about, like, what was going on, like a negative POV. But maybe
that's what people do for the most part.
Exactly. So I'm like, maybe I should, like, make it a positive song.
Yeah. Because when you listen to it, you're like, you were in a bad place in this song?
I know.
It's like high energy. I mean, it's a feel-good type song.
But I made it for me, too, because I'm trying to, you know.
Yeah.
Girl, get out depression.
Listen.
Something like.
Right?
You know, trying to snap out of it. So.
Okay. So that was the reason for that one.
Yeah.
Did it help? Did you find it to be helpful? Okay.
I mean.
Yeah.
It helped a lot because I didn't think people were like. I knew like a few of my friends might, you know, like it, but like,
but they're like, they're my friends, and so
they supposed to say yes,
right.
But like for a lot of people that I don't know to like, you know, rock with the song, it was really, really dope.
Yeah,
and I met hella people like just from that song.
Yeah,
and I'm like, gee, I'm ready to do more.
Listen, right? So Electric Get Down kind of reminds me of, you know, just based upon the lyrics, like really like embracing your dopeness and who you are and having like that individuality and being proud of that and accepting that. Even if it's weird or even if people aren't so receptive of it, like just embracing who you are.
It don't really matter like what you have going on, just embrace the fact that you're still here and like you're doing what you're doing.
Yes.
So.
Exactly.
Could have been in the worst place. I don't know. Could have been in the worst position.
Exactly. So that kind of leads me to the song that you were featured on, Life.
Yes.
Which stands for Living Isn't Fucking Easy, right?
That's right.
Okay. So for that song, which it definitely relates to kind of what you were talking about in Electric Get Down. Now that one, that's TJ the Prophet's song, right? And then like I love how it has the jazz sound to it. I fell in love the fusion of hip hop and jazz. Like that's like my favorite sound. And so like when Robert Glasper, like artists like that, and they put the two together, I'll be in heaven.
I was just listening to him earlier. This is crazy.
Yes. And so it literally like talks about like the cycle of life and like the ups and downs, and but also just appreciating where you are, whether you know you're in that winning stage or whether you're in that losing stage, like really just appreciating life for what it is because you're still here. And you know it talks about how like you know this fear of like a premature death, right? Where it's like, you know, man, like what if I leave this earth and I didn't do what it is that I was called here to do? Like that fear of that, you know, because crazy stuff be happening, especially here in Chicago or anywhere, but like stuff be happening. And so like would you say like that was like the message that you all were trying to get across there?
Because I was doing a lot of story, like not a lot, but it was like storytelling. Yeah. And like kind of explaining like, okay, we go through things, but like just keep it pushing, you know.
Yeah, you got to. We're talking about the song Split Reality with Huey Blaze, right?
Yes.
I really like this one because when it comes to production, I love when people like get really creative and there's like complexity to it. I love like mid-song beat switch ups, like, and that's what happens here. Literally the beat switch up right before your verse comes in, and it's like it's so cold. It's so cold. And this one is produced by Keen. It also talks about like black pride and black excellence. That's what you talk about. You come in talking about like the black pride and the black excellence. And so like how did this come together? How do you know Huey Blaze? Like, you know, tell me about it.
I was on Instagram one day. I don't know if I had a poem on SoundCloud. And this was a long time ago. I think I haven't deleted. Please don't search it up. But it was called Unapologetically Black. And I performed it in high school. It was on my YouTube and everything.
Nice.
And I guess he saw it and he was like, yo, like, you know, I saw your poetry. It's dope. You know, you want to be a feature. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, sure. Like, I didn't know. And I was not trying to, like, rap at the time. I was just, like, strictly, like, writing in my journal, whatever.
Okay.
So, you know, he sent me the beat, and I started writing to it. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like make it like poetic, but like not trying to rap too much. You know, thinking too much, like you know. So
just rap.
There we go. just rap. So I sent it over, and he was like, okay, this is dope. You know, woo. And I put it out. I shared it to my homies, and they was rocking with it.
Okay.
And yeah, that's kind of how it got started. But after that, like it got a great response. Yeah. If it wasn't for that song, I probably would have been, you know, I don't know, at Jimmy John's still, like, you know, making sandwiches.
Yeah.
Taking home sandwiches back. I love my sandwiches.
Listen, I should have had some sandwiches waiting for her.
I love my sandwiches.
About the 10th time she done been talking about sandwiches, like
for real. Like,
what you got planned for 2020?
EP.
Okay. How many
Vlog.
songs would you say?
I think it's like 7.
Okay.
With
That's
interludes.
a decent size.
I might have like a few interludes on there.
Okay. That's a decent size.
Yeah.
So you trying to take the whole Kanye approach?
I love Kanye, but I love Kanye, but that, come on now. But no, yeah, a vlog, music videos. My song "Keep the Funk" is dropping soon. Yes. The video's halfway done.
Okay.
I'm still in the works of like trying to perfect the song.
Okay. Okay. Now, is the EP gonna be released all together, or are you gonna release song by song, or what's your vision for that?
It depends on how I feel.
Okay. Yeah.
I just work on my mood at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a lot of dope people in Chicago. Like, I'm really proud to be from this city.
It's almost like overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like we have the best music.
Listen.
Period. I'm not even being
biased.
biased.
And I love like the sound, like, and you know, we were talking about like the whole crew, like y'all all got like a similar sound where it's like you all take your artistry really serious, and it's like it's actual like people know how to play instruments. You know what I mean?
Oh like, yeah, my boy Kechi plays the piano. Yes. My homie Jeremy drums.
Yeah.
Fable plays the trumpet. So it's like a lot
like
of
y'all are like truly creative and truly crafty. So y'all, it's JessMelodies.
And this day on the Chicago Got Next show. Be sure to look out for my new music coming out next month. New video coming out soon. New EP coming out soon. And many more things to come. You can find me on Instagram at Radical Night. You can find me on Twitter at RadicalNight_. And also, be sure to check out my video for Electric Get Down, which is on YouTube.
And then where can we find your music?
You can find my music on all streaming platforms.
All of them.
All of them.
Tidal, SoundCloud, all of it. All right?
MySpace.
MySpace. This is her year, y'all. Okay? And not on some like, you know, new year, new me type stuff. This is her year. They got next, y'all. JessMelodies, Chicago got next. Peace.
Peace.